Welcome to a journey through the rich history of the East Syriac churches. These churches trace their origins back to the 1st century, founded in Persia by Saints Thomas, Thaddeus, and Bartholomew. An important characteristic of the Church of the East was its independence from Antioch, established in 410 AD. The Apostle Thomas is traditionally believed to have arrived in India in 52 AD, laying the foundation for the Church of the East in the region, which utilized the East Syriac liturgy. Similarly, in Iraq and Persia, the Church of the East also flourished with the East Syriac liturgy. This continued for centuries until significant shifts began to occur. A major division occurred in 1551 AD when a portion of the Church of the East in Iraq and Persia entered into communion with the Pope and the Catholic Church. This group became known as the Chaldean Catholic Church. Meanwhile, in India, the Church of the East faced its own challenges. The Synod of Diamper in 1599 marked the beginning of a period of Latinization for the Church of the East in India. This Latinization continued until 1653 AD. The Coonan Cross Oath in 1653 became a pivotal moment, leading to a split among the Syrian Christians in India. Two groups emerged, the Patriarchutukar, who were a Latinized group but still followed the East Syriac liturgy, and were also called Syro Chaldean, and the Patriarchutukar, who completely rejected the Latinized version and disconnected from Rome. The Patriarchutukar sought to reconnect with their old Syriac traditions by reaching out to Persian churches and eventually aligned with the Syrian Orthodox Church of Antioch, adopting the West Syriac liturgy. The 19th century brought further developments. The Chaldean Catholic Patriarchate was established in Iraq and Persia around 1830. In India, there were attempts to re-establish connections. In 1861, the Chaldean Catholic Patriarch consecrated Tomarokos as a metropolitan based in Thrissur, though conflicts forced his return to Iraq. Later, in 1863, Mar Udeso Thondanatu was appointed as a metropolitan by the Assyrian Patriarch Mar Shimun, the 18th Rubel, representing the original Church of the East. However, he initially couldn't establish himself as bishop in Thrissur and served as a vicar in Pela. Between 1874 and 1882, Mar Yohanan Elias Melas, a Chaldean Catholic bishop, was active in Thrissur. He had been sent by the Chaldean Catholic Patriarch Joseph VI Udo with the aim of reunifying with the Syro-Chaldean Christians in India. Interestingly, Mar Elias Melas appointed Mar Udesha Thondanatu, who had been sent by the Assyrian Patriarch, as his vicar general. After Mar Elias Melas returned to Mesopotamia in 1882, the Syro-Chaldean community began to split. Those who followed Mar Elias Melas eventually formed the Chaldean Syrian Church, while other Syro-Chaldeans became the Syro-Malabar community. Mar Udeso Thondanatu then took charge of the Chaldean Syrian Church and reconnected it with its mother church, the Assyrian Church of the East. In 1887, Mar Adolphus Medlicott became the first vicar apostolic for the Syro-Malabar community. Following the death of Mar Udeso Thondanatu in 1900, Augustine Cor Episcopa served from 1900 to 1908. In 1908, Mar Abimelech Timotheus arrived in Thrissur from Turkey. Appointed by the Assyrian Church of the East Patriarch Mar Shimun XIX, his goal was to restore the Syriac tradition to how it was before the Synod of Diamper. The Syro-Malabar Church saw the re-establishment of its hierarchy in 1923. Mar Abimelech Timotheus of the Chaldean Syrian Church passed away in 1945. In the mid-20th century, a decision by the Assyrian Church of the East in 1960 to adopt the Gregorian calendar led to a split within the Chaldean Syrian Church in India, creating the Bava and Metropolitan groups. Later, in 1968, the ancient Church of the East was formed from a split within the Assyrian Church of the East in Persia and Iraq. The Syro-Malabar Church was elevated to major archiepiscopal status in 1992. A positive development occurred in 1995 when the Chaldean Syrian groups in India reunited. A key theological aspect of the Church of the East is its embrace of Diophysite Christology. This has often been misunderstood as Nestorianism, though the Church rejected the concept of two separate persons in Christ. Despite historical divisions, the Assyrian Church of the East, the Chaldean Catholic Church, the Chaldean Syrian Church, and the Syro Malabar Church share the ancient East Syriac liturgy of Addai and Mari, common apostolic origins and deep theological roots. Significant steps towards unity have been made, such as the 1994 Christological Declaration, which resolved key doctrinal differences, and the adoption of guidelines for Eucharistic sharing in 2001. In conclusion, the East Syriac churches, despite their historical divisions and diverse paths, are united by a shared liturgical heritage and core theological understanding. Ecumenical efforts continue to foster greater unity among these ancient Christian communities. East Syriac churches, a legacy of faith and resilience.